Okay, this is a song that I've always loved from like the first time I heard it. I'm going to play it in bits and see if anyone can figure out what it is. It's a song I heard on the compilation album after one of all of our favourite bands had split up. And there is a whole album, I don't have it, in fact I have to say shamefully I've never even heard it, but there's a whole album of this. So if I played a song that went right, that probably wouldn't be obvious what it is. It's just that's I just play 3 block chords on D5, F5, G5, D, right? Now if you played a D and then you played a chord that would be an F over D, right? And then you played a chord that would be a G over D. Maybe? You hear it. Right? And then we hear this this chord. It's an F chord that's played over D. Right? And a G chord over a D. Now the tagline is that comes at the end of it. Right? And the next bit is you can see that's D to G, right? It's called, I'm never sure if this is one for the box or just for the box. It's right before. It's called Just for the Box, right? It's on the album on the Free Story. And it's by Kossoff, Kirk, Tetsu and Rabbit. Rabbit was John Bundrick, Texas keyboard player. It's fantastic. I assume it's John Bundrick played those voicings, if I've got them right. And it's an instrumental. So it's Simon Kirk on the drums, Tetsu Yamochi who's the bass player, and the faces latterly, John Bundrick on the keys, and obviously Paul Kossoff. And sadly, I think in those days, I think quite a lot of people were quite territorial about, my affections are, when Free split up, my affections are going that way. There's nothing to stop you liking all three, I've never heard the whole album, I'm ashamed to say, but I'm sure it's all good. There are only, I think, 5 songs by Paul Rodgers' piece, and then there's Bad Company. And then Paul Kossoff went to Backstreet Crawler, so there's no rules that you can't like them all, it's not like a football team. So, this is a very, very moody instrumental. As I say, I think, we get that, and then we get this F chord over D, and then a G over D. And after the initial guitar solo, it ends. Right, so that's, I'm doing this back to front, but you'll see why. So that's an A, but it's G, then up to D, C. So that's A, G, F, D. So that's like a 5-note scale. Now, if you didn't want to jump about, you go. I quite like to move about, I just feel like I get a better grip on the lower strings. And it's played, I'm guessing, on the white Strat that Paul Kossoff had after all the Les Pauls, because it's got that real sort of Jimi Hendrix. But what really makes it even more Jimi Hendrix is, then he goes into right? And it's hard to explain what I'm doing here, because I'm doing a sort of... And if you can keep the chucks going, and it's got a real sound to it, I think, right? I don't know how successful it was. I was trying to explain it. That's the bedrock. The actual line is. But if you play it straight like that, it's not really like it, but if you wonder. And then, back to that bit, right? So the main thing is the initial guitar solo. So we've got this. Right, for simplicity, right, Paul Kossoff, please. Then, please. That's Paul Kossoff's opening solo. There's quite a lot in that, believe me. So, when the first D chord he plays there, I was listening to this quite a lot this morning, and you know, quite a lot of the vibrato to me seems to hit the note and then, rather than, you know, that bit's in harmony, right? So it's an overdubbed guitar. So we've got right before that bit, right? The other part does this. Right, so you can see the harmony is. There's a G note. There's a D note. So you get this. That's the harmony, right? So start off with typical Paul. That's one part. And then this. Right, so that's a rate. It's that kind of. Right? So first part, hold it, shake. Hold it, shake. Second bar goes. Bigger shake. And then it stops. And you're into the song. It only has the two bits, you know, the D, F, G, D, and the. the other bit, right? So all we need to really figure out is the notes. So as I say, quick recap, hold it, shake it. Same again. Either or. And then, so that's that. Down a little bit. And then the rake. So we go down 5-note scale. And then G, F. That's the lick in the second half is very Paul. So the first time it's like, but the second time it's like, so it's like, so you see the stress changes slightly. First time, bigger shake. And then that's it, just for the box. Kossoff, Kirk, Tetsu and Rabbit. It's an orange cover. I doubt if it's even available on CD, but I may be wrong on it, so do you know what, I'm going to search it out.